Greetings there, Pathfinders. 1 minute. I just need to ban someone from the chat. And they appear to be in the YouTube chat. Where is my... I've never actually had to do this before. So this is kind of interesting. Your channel, live. I make sure I have no feedback and... remove. Put user in timeout. I guess we'll do it. Report. All right, cool. Great. Got the person out of chat. Yes, yes. Banned in front of a live studio audience. Oh, thank you very much for that, Alex. Yes. So today we are doing another edition of Booster Bestiary, where I will take a random booster pack, crack it open, and show the cards. In addition, we'll be talking about standard Pathfinder, Pathfinder Infinite, third-party news. So I'm just going to go ahead and roll this d20 as my d6 seems to have a life of its own and has wandered off probably with my d8. So let's go ahead and roll. 2. That would very easily be number 1. Which would be unstable, which we don't get these packs often, so that's pretty cool. So the big news, of course, that everyone's going to be talking about for a while, hopefully, is that Foundry is now an official partner with Paizo. Oh, my mic rating's a little low, isn't it? Let's do that. There we go. So we're going to be seeing a whole lot of new support for Paizo, a whole lot of new stuff coming out for all of us who play on Foundry. And it's funny this happened because I just started learning how to program on Foundry literally yesterday. So, hey, that's pretty cool. In case you weren't here on the Friday show, I believed I had time to announce that Kitsune of Galarian is now available as a Foundry module. In addition, Star Spinners and Foxfire Adept will be added soonish, shortly, we'll see. And that's really cool. I've seen a lot of positive feedback about that on the Reddit, and I'm really thrilled to see more third-party support for things like Foundry. I have recently finished programming Spell Tricksters, and I'm just waiting for approval from Foundry, and once that gets out there, you'll be able to download it, probably 2-3 days. So that's pretty cool too. And then you'll be able to see all the cool feats for Spell Tricksters and help you play it in a VTT environment. For now, we're going to crack open this Unstable pack. Unstable being one of the 3 joke sets in Magic the Gathering. I believe there was... there was an announcement of a 4th one coming out sometime this year? Alright, so first thing we have up here... Oh, man. That is harsh lighting. Let's see. Alright, first thing we have up here is an Ordinary Pony. These split cards were such that you could bind 2 different monsters to make a new one. So, like, this would be a Something Pony. So you could have, like, a Shark Pony or a Ninja Pony. So if we get another split card, we might want to combine the 2. Hello, Stephanie. Defective Detective, Humanoid Spy, can't be blocked. When it enters the battlefield, a person outside the game looks at target opponent's hand and chooses 1 card to reveal. I like that a lot. I love that. We had a legacy tournament once where this kid walked in who wasn't playing the tournament and looked at somebody's hand and pointed and said, "Oh my God, is that a Force of Will?" Which is like a counter card that you're supposed to keep secret, or it loses a lot of its value. He was removed, but like it was pretty funny. It just became a meme. Like even the person who had it happen to, he laughed about it. Like he said, "Yeah, that's funny enough that it's worth the loss of information." Oh, and the flavor text: nothing gets by her except the evidence, the motive, and the culprit. So yes, it's your classic detective who looks at something completely unimportant. That would be funny, just to have an NPC who has the that clue ability from the investigator, except like it does everything except your it does things that are off except your case. That would be kind of funny. I mean, it would only work on an NPC, and it would be kind of an annoying NPC, one of those like GM NPCs who doesn't really who does more to hurt the narrative than help, but the party's kind of stuck with them, which I like those kind of characters. Here's an Eager Beaver. You can make a half beaver. You can't combine it with the pony though, so there's no pony beavers. but that's okay. Spells suck. S-U-C-K. Counter target spell, then assemble a contraption. Yep, it absorbs a spell and turns it into a gadget. I like that. That could be something that a defective detective has if we don't get a better creature spell combo here. Hoisted Hireling. It's a hireling being hoisted by cables. It's a zombie. Oh, it has flying as long as it's being held above the battlefield. Oh, that's great. So if you physically hold this card above the table, it has flying. I like that a lot. It's literally just a hoisted zombie. I like that. I almost see that as like an undead that just because of... That'd be better as like a hazard, actually. Like that just lowers and raises zombies up to the levels the PCs are at in a very, very niche map. That's not the kind of thing you'd really want in a bestiary, though. That's definitely an adventure-style monster for a very, very specific type of map. Here we have a common iguana. All right, it could be a half iguana. But it doesn't combine with these yet. We still don't have a left side of the monster. That's what it's called. Yes, a left side of the monster. Capital Offense. Target creature gains -X, where X is the number of capital letters in its rules text. Oh, and they didn't capitalize a single line of the rules text in this. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Part basket case, all lowercase. Yeah, that is way too meta and niche of a spell to consider how that would even work. Like, that'd be weird monster building in Pathfinder, wouldn't it? Like, I don't know, creatures it strikes gain weakness X, where X is the number of capital letters in their name, and then all those people who do, like, capital D hyphen capital L would be like, no, weakness 3 instead of weakness 2. Nah, I don't like it. No-made engine. Yep, it's an engine. It turns the other side of it to an artifact, hence the little artifact just thrown in there, and again, you could assemble a creature with it, but it won't quite work with any of these. These are all right sides again, unfortunately. All these sides. We don't have a left yet. Midlife Upgrade. Ha! Oh, so here we have, I'm just going to call it a Sterling Dynamo, giving himself a lance. That's pretty funny. Midlife Upgrade. It assembles gadgets and contraptions, which were a mechanic in this set. Here we go. We finally have a left side. Half shark. Half shark. So with that, we could have a half shark, half iguana. Half shark just it makes the creature significantly stronger, and the triggered ability of the creature happens whenever the trigger becomes at the beginning of your upkeep. All the right sides of the cards have some ability that's meant to happen when something happens. So we could have a half shark, half beaver, a half shark, half engine. Mechanical shark's fun, or a half shark, half pony. I do kind of like the idea of a half shark, half pony. That's pretty funny. But half shark, half beaver is pretty funny too. Not a big fan of the iguana. I don't think that's as fun, but half shark, half pony. Half shark, half engine with spell suck would be interesting too. Just this giant engine that like sucks up spells, kind of like how a shark has to keep eating. It just keeps sucking up magic and producing more contraptions. It'd be kind of neat. A clever combo. Search your library for a host card or a card with augment. Oh, they're called hosts. Hosts and augments. And then put it in your hand. Yep. Okay. It's a tutor. And here's our rare. The Hangman. Oh, I remember this. When it enters the battlefield, you secretly note a word with 6 to 8 letters. You pay 1. Target player who doesn't control this card guesses the noted word of an unguessed letter. If they guess wrong, put a 1/1 counter on Hangman. When a player guesses the noted word, you have to sacrifice Hangman. Oh, okay. So you literally play Hangman, and wow, that's pretty fun. I'm sure there's lists somewhere of like the optimal words to pick for this, which is pretty funny. That's an interesting card. I like that. It just gets bigger when you play Hangman. Again, no way to really make it in Pathfinder unless it's a complete joke session. I mean, there's an executioner already in Pathfinder. We got an island. Woo! Aside from a foil land, that's the most expensive land you can pull from these. Unhinged sets have full art land like that, which is really pretty. And we have the Hypnotic Swirly Disc is our rare contraption. When you crank it, it mills. So it gets rid of your memories and mills you and makes you all hypnosis. That could work with the half shark, half engine. And we got a treadmill. It's literally treads. That pretty much is probably how the half shark, half engine moves. Oh, and we got a foil spirit token. Neat. All right. So treadmill, whenever you crank it, target creature gets +1/+2 vigilance. It becomes an artifact. Okay, cool. Does it say non-artifact creature? Nope, it does not. Fun. All right, so I think I found my favorites here. Oh, that is pretty, isn't it? The spirit. Look at that. Love that artwork for the spirit. Isn't that great? I love it. It's a big ghost. Oh, the island. Yes, the island's super pretty. Full art land is the best. There's not even... I mean, there's borders on the bottom part, but otherwise, it's really cool. I love the full art land, but they're also kind of expensive. They're like $4 each instead of, 10 cents or free even. But they are cool. And I do have a few commander decks that run very minimal basics that tend to get my full art land. All right, so a half shark, half nomade engine, half shark, half engine, with a Spellsuck, Treadmill, and Hypnotic Swirly disc. All right. So I'm gonna set this up while we look at think about some more news. Pathfinder Infinite has some new releases since last time I talked about their releases. Caverns of Anguish came out by the same creator, by Tom Robinson. It's a lower level adventure by the same author as The Hive of Corruption, a top-selling Pathfinder Infinite adventure. Looks really good. Beautiful maps, really good maps. The maps are fantastic. I haven't had a chance to read it or prep it as a GM yet, but if it's anything like Hive of Corruption, I'm sure it's a really, really good adventure. Also got, the Jester archetype that I mentioned last time. Breakfast, the most inventive meal of the day by Sasha Lauren Harving. I love this. It's a inventor that's all about cooking. I do enjoy that quite a bit. All right. Let's go ahead and hit up Scryfall for our half shark, half convention. Oh, don't worry about Stephanie. There's a lag for everyone. Why is my chat box so small? Oh, whatever. I'll figure it out later. All right. Half shark. Copy. Oh, I gotta switch us over to our website view. Excellent. So we will use this. Last time we made the Spawn of Vitra. Verita is Verita. I can't pronounce that very well. I'm gonna say Verita. Verita is a very, very traditional, old school Hindu Ajura, kind of Ajura. Yeah, I'm gonna say Ajura. Who's known for blocking up rivers. In this case, this is Spawn of Vitra, was a giant serpent that can destroy liquid around its body magically, much like a blue dragon, actually. All right. So let's turn on the half shark and look up the, what is that called? Nomade engine. Nomade should find it. Yep. And we will go quickly. There we go. There was the Spawn of Vitra, which you could find on my Twitter, on my Facebook, on everything else. It's up on Arcane Mark. It's also up on my Discord at infinite.net, where you can find a searchable database of every monster I've made on the show. Searchable certain little tags. I mean, just Discord search. You just go up there and type in like beast or creature or whatever, and you have it. All right, so we are making this half shark, half engine. A shark engine. That looks trippy, doesn't it? It's literally just like a shark sticking up out of a tank, looking to bite people. That's hilarious. I absolutely love it. I'm gonna throw Spellsuck up there on there too. Let's do this. Copy image link and add. Come on, can I duplicate you? No, I can't. That's fine. This is good. We're good with this. All right, so let's type this out. First thing we're going to do is I want to check to see what challenge rating the big shark usually is. Oh, wrong window. Awesome. So let's look up shark. Probably going to use a lot from the dig widget here. I love dig widgets. They're a really good chassis for non-humanoid constructs of lower to mid-level, because there's not a lot of them. All right, so the Megalodon is a level 9, and the Great White Shark's a level 4. I think since this is a cast, what's the casting cost of this thing? Augment is 6, and the Nomade Engine is 4, so it's a 10 drop. Wow, that's expensive. A 10 drop just for a 5/5 that makes a 1/1 every turn. Man, that is so lame. For such a cool flavor, like the actual the actual creature here is pretty bad in terms of mechanical chops. I mean, he's great for draft, which apparently this was a draft set, so you know. What would you even do if that was coming straight at you? I'd run, run hopefully sideways. Don't do the Prometheus thing where you run directly away from the thing spinning towards you. Run sideways and hope it is going for the person behind you, and apologize to them, I guess. Because if a giant shark tank is coming at you, there's not a lot. You don't have a lot of other choices, I'm afraid. Let's make this a whole new monster. Let's give this a base roadmap of... where are we? Base roadmaps. Let's give this a brute base roadmap. It seems like a brute to me. It's going to be a construct, definitely. It says fish, too. I'm going to give it the beast. No, I'm not. Maybe. No, I'm not going to give it beast. That's too weird. What's a shark have? Animal, aquatic. I guess I'll give it aquatic. This thing could go underwater. I don't think it's going to be swimming much, though, because it just treads. So it, like, goes on the bottom of the water and keeps going. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Would I even have to give it a special ability for that? I think I would. Oh, aquatic means it can't breathe air. Well, it doesn't breathe anyway. It's a construct. So yeah, we're fine with that. In that case, it doesn't even need the aquatic trait, actually. Yeah, never mind. I'm going to make this huge. I mean, great white sharks are huge. Does that make this colossal? I think it does. Let's make this colossal then. Or it's not called colossal anymore. I didn't spell colossal right, maybe? Colossal. Colossal. Come on. Is colossal no longer a size trait in Pathfinder 2e? I thought it was. What is tree raiser? I usually don't have to make things larger than medium, so huge. Right, it's called huge now. I'm thinking of Gargantuan's the biggest size trait in 2e. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, I'm thinking of 3.5. I've been doing a lot of talking to people who play 3.5 recently, so yeah, neutral, construct, huge. I'll also give the mindless trait because it's a construct. It's just a tank after all. It is just a big old tank. Let's pull up a construct real quick so I have some notes on that. Clockwork Amalgam. There we go. Should I make this clockwork? It is Nomi. Let me look at the artwork. No, it's more steam. It is definitely steam powered, not clockwork powered. So it doesn't need the clockwork trait, or it doesn't need winding. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I have an idea now. I want to give it clockwork because I want it to be able to be unwound. I want players to be able to jump on it and unwind it all dramatically. We're going to make this a little higher level than usual. We're going to make this level 11. And then we will apply the hints. We'll apply that base roadmap of brute and apply all those hints. Good. All right. So strength we're going to make much higher than that. This thing is a strength beast. So level 11... Oops, it did not apply the level accurately. There we go. All right. Let's go. Brute, apply hints, apply. There we go. Strength 7, I think. Yeah, 7's fine. Low dex, I'm even going to give it a 2. This thing is just a tank on treads. It will not have high dex. The Clockwork Amalgam, well, that's because it's a snake. Con, we're going to give it high con. But the intelligence is -5 because it is mindless. The wisdom is +0 because it's a construct. And the charisma is -5 because, again, it's a tank. Tanks, I'm sorry if you like tanks out there, but they actually don't have a high charisma score, believe it or not. Why is the spammer back? Hide user in this channel. This user's messages will be hidden. Remove. Maybe I'll just stop broadcasting to YouTube if they keep on having spammers like this. All right. All right. So we have ourselves a level 11 huge clockwork mindless half shark. I got to put the name there. Half shark, half engine. Great. Armor class. Okay, so armor class versus hit points. Usually Clockwork constructs have a somewhat high. They usually have a mid on both hit points and AC. I gotta say, it's usually mid on both. On a big tank though, I think I prefer having low AC because you're gonna hit it very easily, especially if it's Clockwork. It has a bunch of fiddly bits you could deal with pretty easily. Low would be 28. Still feels high, but it's pretty low. But then I like giving it pretty high hit points. So yeah, like 240. And some kind of resistance. Like Clockwork tends to have physical 10, except adamantine or orichalcum. There we go. And then under weaknesses, we get to put electricity 15, orichalcum 15. Not that characters should have orichalcum by this level. 15 seems high. Let's just give it 10. I'll just do the same as the weakness. That's fine. And then fortitude, reflex should be low. That's fine. The will should be also even lower. Let's just do low on... Let's do terrible will. Let's do 16 will then. 16 will, really low reflex, really high fortitude. Sure, that's fine. Because it's immune to most will stuff anyway, so who cares? And we'll just copy and paste those immunities. It's immune to practically everything because it's a construct, including mental, which makes up for that extremely low will save. All right. And then we will go ahead and give it an additional... Nope. We're good on that. Okay, cool. Just making sure I have all the traits here down that Clockwork usually have. Oh, Clockwork Mindless. You're not one word, you're two words. There you go. All right, I do have to give it the Wind Up ability. So I'm just going to copy and paste that from the Clockwork Assassin. And... Actually, I'm going to take it from the Clockwork Amalgam and give it efficient winding. Nah, we'll just give it Wind Up. There we go. I'm going to take it from the Clockwork Assassin and lower that Thievery check to a 27. So, Wind Up is, of course, a general ability. There are no actions involved. We need to go ahead and take this. Wind Up for the... half shark, half engine to act, it must be wound with a unique key by another creature. It takes 1 minute. Once wound, it remains operational for 24 hours, after which time it becomes aware of its surroundings and can act until it's wound again. The half shark, half engine can enter standby mode as the reaction activity, blah, 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 blah. You can attempt a DC 27 thievery check to disable device to wind the half shark, half tank down. I love it. Half shark, half engine. Half shark, half engine. Yes, yes. For each success, the half shark, half engine loses 1 hour of operational time. This can be done even if the half shark, half engine is in standby mode. Excellent. All right. And that's everything you need in a Clockwork ability. Clockwork monster. Oh, I'm sorry. You do need perception checks. I'm going to make this moderate perception. Oh, you need skills. Let's give it extreme athletics because it's literally a tank, so it will push you if it wants to push you. Let's give it stealth. Will be low, so I'll list the stealth. Why not? I'll list the acrobatics and stealth. They're both terrible, but I'll list them. Stealth is terrible, and that's fine. It's good to list things like that in case you need them. Actually, I'm not even gonna list stealth. Stealth is just terrible. Cool. We're good there. Oh, for speed, let's go ahead and give this 30 feet. It won't be hindered being underwater. I'll just give that ability right now. Shark, aquatic adaptation. General ability, no actions. The half shark, half engine is treated as an aquatic creature for purposes of... the half shark, half engine ignores all penalties for being underwater. It must tread for being underwater as long as it is treading on, as long as it is on the bottom, as long as it is at the bottom surface of the water. What would you even call that? The floor of the body of water. As long as it is treading on the floor of the bottom of the water. As long as it is standing on the floor of the body of water. There we go. Rest in peace, Colossal. I just saw that now. Yes, indeed. Rest in peace, Colossal. We will remember you well. Alright, so what kind of attack does a shark have? It's a piercing jaws, right? Yep. So we definitely gotta give this melee strike jaws. We're going to make this a high attack, not extreme. Although this thing is a brute. Let's just make it a little bit higher than high. Yeah, a little bit higher than high. We're going to give it just high on the damage, though. Except we're going to do -1. Normally, a shark will do 2d12 plus... Or normally, high damage to this level would be 2d12 plus 15. I like 2d12 plus 14 for this because I gave it a little bump in hit. And, frankly, it's easier to remember because it's its strength times 2. I know that's silly, but it might come up. GM might want to use that information for something. For traits... Oh, and piercing. We don't need any traits on this Jaws attack. Oh, piercing plus spell suck. And we'll get into that a little later. And it is an engine, so it could run people over. So let's just say... Crash, trample. We'll make that the trample ability. The trample ability. Trampling charge, creature ability, trample. How are you generally formatted, trample? I've written you once. Alright, let's give you a trample ability. It's an offensive ability. I believe it takes 2 actions. I'll steal you from the Gorgon. 3 actions. 3 actions. Trample. It could trample large or smaller. I'm going to say medium or smaller. Because I think a large would mess it up, even though it is huge. There we go. Alright, so medium or smaller. Let's call this a tread for the damage, which we'll put later. And we'll give it a DC 27. Tread will have only a plus 23. It's not intended to be its main. Let's give it a plus 24, which would be the base. Let's give the other one a plus 24 as well. I'm lowering that. There we go. That feels better. And this will do 2d10 plus 14 bludgeoning. There we go. So we have 2 attacks. It could either tread you or it could bite you, as it is a giant shark tank. Love the idea of a giant shark tank still. Man, I want to use this. I have 2 people for my campaign watching. Otherwise, I still might use it. I mean, it's level 11, so we wouldn't see it for like 3 years. They might forget about it. It could be set dressing. They could just see it in the background and be like, uh-oh, is he going to attack us with that? Or is that just in a parade for some reason? Alright, so we need to define what Spell Suck does. It's going to be an offensive ability. No actions, as it is an additional that happens with the jaws. Hey, Yori walks in the opposite direction. No, not the opposite direction. It's faster than you. It will catch up. You need to walk sideways direction. You need to go perpendicular to it. Perpendicular? Yeah. You need to go a 90-degree angle. You need to go down an alley or something. You don't want to fight this shark tank. Alright. Spell Suck. When a half shark, half engine uses its damages a creature with its jaw attack. How would you even word that? Like dispel magic. It counteracts. Attempt a counteract check against the target. If the half shark, half engine successfully counteracts. Oh wait, hold on. When a half shark, half engine damages a creature with its draw attack, it attempts a counteract check against the target with a plus 19? Yeah, with a plus 19 modifier. If the half shark, half engine successfully counteracts, it says a counteract check against, have to be against a specific thing on the target. Against, oh, yeah. One spell effect or held magic item on the target with a plus 19 modifier. If the half shark, half engine successfully counteracts, if it damages creature's draw attack, is not held magic item, just a spell effect on the magic, spell effect on the target. Successfully counteracts a spell this way. It regains 10 minutes of operation time. Is that how you word that? Yes, operational time. Operational time. That's weird. I like operation time better. Aisling throw some plants at it. Well, you could get the big plant stuck in his treads. That might work. All right. A half shark, half engine can use its Jaws strike against an unattended magic item this way. Sure. Adding 1 bulk to its junk, which I will get into very shortly. If the counteract check is successful. No, and not 1 bulk, adding the bulk of the item to its junk. A half shark, half engine can use its jaw strike against an unattended magic item this way. Unattended magic item. A magic item of 16 bulk or less this way. Cool. It could literally eat magic it could eat constructs probably this way as well. But GM would just have to agitate that. Can you use draw strike as this way, adding the bulk is successful. If a half shark, half engine destroys a construct with its jaw, a construct or shield, with its jaw strike, add the creature or item's bulk to its junk. There we go. And then we'll say Gnomes Junk Collector. That will be what this originally was. This was intended to be a junk pickup. Yeah, I like that. It was a garbage truck. Gone crazy. They made this cool half-shark garbage truck hoping to clean out the bottom of the ship graveyard, the Flotsam graveyard in Absalom. And it got loose and just started attacking boats that weren't yet sunk. And then got onto shore and just started attacking everything. I like that backstory for it. That's cool. So Gnomes Junk Collector. That will be... this will be a general ability. None. This is actually where I need to put the if it destroys a construct. If a half shark, half engine destroys a construct, magic item, construct, unattended item, or shield with its jaw strike, add the creature or item's bulk to its junk. There we go. And then I could take that out of spell suck. All right. So a half shark, half engine collects junk as it scurries around the city, destroying everything in its path. There we go. A half shark, half engine can hold up to 60 bulk of junk. And now what it does with that junk is, of course, the ability on the gnome-made engine. We'll just call this gnome-made engine. Let's see. Let's call this an offensive ability. It is a 2-action ability. Man, those are CR1 creatures, I think. What did I make those? Yeah, I made those CR1 creatures, those patchwork gnomes, clockwork gnomes. So let's see. I'm going to just say the half shark, half engine can produce up to 1 clockwork gnome per every 6 junk it has. Can produce up to 4 clockwork gnomes. Using 6 junk for each gnome it produces. There we go. Oh, does the junk start slowing it down? Oh, I like that a lot. Yeah, let's say that. A half shark, half engine can hold up to 60 bulk of junk before its movement speed is reduced to 10 feet. And can hold 90 bulk of junk before it can no longer move. That works. The half shark, half engine can... Oh, I can't say no longer move. That's not mechanical, right? I gotta say before it becomes immobilized. The half shark, half engine can produce up to 4 clockwork gnomes using 6 junk for each gnome it produces. The gnomes appear in adjacent squares to the half shark, half engine and defend the construct to the best of their abilities. Each gnome is worth only 4 junk if devoured by the half shark, half engine. Cool. So it can literally spew out these clockwork gnomes, which I made on like week 4 or so of Booster Bestiary. And then it could spit these gnomes out, and if the gnomes get destroyed, it could always eat the destroyed bodies and collect more junk. That's fun. Although there's a little bit less junk each time because, you know, stuff gets destroyed or becomes useless, slag, whatever. That's really cool. So it could, yeah, that's quite a bit. I like that a lot. It can make gnomes. It can eat people. It can turn items into more gnomes. Yeah, it seems good to me. Half shark, half engine. That was fun. So it seems like we always get some really good times whenever I open an unstable pack. So I'm going to add another unstable pack to next week. Even though normally I like to rotate what packs are in or not. I do have quite a few unstable packs, and I do like adding them a lot. Just to go over the news one more time for those who came late. Foundry is now supported by Paizo, officially, quite officially. And the beginner box will be out there shortly on Foundry, in addition to a bunch of other cool features. Pathfinder 2e on Foundry, I gotta admit, is looking really, really good right now. I'm thinking of maybe having a show upcoming if people want me to do it. Shout out on Discord or shout out in chat. I'm thinking of doing a show where I kind of explain how you make your own module on Foundry, and then how you release it, especially if you're a third-party creator and you want people to be able to use your stuff on Foundry. That's something I could do a show of. It's not that difficult, thanks to some amazing guides by Tikiel, the person who made Kitsune of Galarian on Foundry. My own Spell Tricksters will have a Foundry module as soon as it's approved. You'll be able to search for it there in Foundry probably in 2 or 3 days. And yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff on Pathfinder Infinite right now that you should definitely go check out. New adventures, new archetypes. There's a new Inquisitor class that I haven't been able to check out yet, but I will shortly. And on Friday, I will be doing a rundown of all these amazing books and more. And then, of course, next Tuesday, you can find me back here on Booster Bestiary. So, yeah. Let's go here back to the slide focus. All right, so with that, Absolutely love Spell Tricksters. Oh, thank you, Saffron. Yeah. It has all the feats from Spell Tricksters in there. I didn't put the dedication in there because that should already be in there under Grand Bazaar, and having it there twice could cause issues in the future. So to future-proof it, I only put the new feats to that book. You don't want the same feats twice in someone's database. It might cause problems down the line. But yes, thank you so much for joining us. Please make sure to check out our Discord at infinite.net. Thank you especially to our subscribers. Thank you to everybody in chat. And remember, you never know what you're going to crack next time on